Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our presentation. I hope all of you are doing well and in good health. Our presentation will take about 15 minutes. If you don't mind, we'll leave questions till the end. Now I'm going to introduce the speakers of this presentation, Olufemi, Paula, Rambo, Martin, and myself, Andres. We're going to present 10 IT trends. We will come up with the first group, cloud computing and cybersecurity. Next, we will show you the artificial intelligence and robotic process automation. Then 5G networks and metaverse. And the last group is big data and IoT. And finally, a conclusion. We commit to the following academic integrity statement. Okay, the main drivers of this technological explosion of digital transformation in organizations are mainly attributed to customers' demand and the need to respond to competitors' pressure. This presentation addresses the main benefits of adopting 10 current information technology trends distributed along 5 organizations. The first one is cloud computing. Cloud computing is the collection of ready-to-use information technologies with almost unlimited computing capabilities offered in a pay-per-use model or pay-as-you-go. We found efficiency. Enterprises can get applications to market quickly without worrying about underlying infrastructure costs or maintenance and strategic values because cloud services give enterprises a competitive advantage by providing the most innovative technology available, and of course the number one, flexibility, because users can scale services to fit their needs. The financial sector integrates different cloud deployment models to increase customers' value by combining the on-premises computing capabilities available in public clouds and protecting sensitive data in private ones. According to RBC news release, the new AI computing platform was developed to transform the customer banking experience and leverage the Canadian AI industry beyond their own sector. They are using cloud computing. The next one is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is one of the trends that accompanies all digital transformation initiatives. It plays a leading role in adopting digital technologies because it is the discipline in charge of protecting an organization's mission critical assets. Information has become one of the most precious assets in organizations and must be protected from bad actors or unsuspecting users who inadvertently compromise the organization's cybersecurity. We could protect your business. We providing a comprehensive digital protection with a lot of cybersecurity technologies. With this approach, companies protect personal info and they give safety workplace for every employee. Ensuring the operations through technologies and protocols is essential for achieving the efficiencies expected by RBC's management. These cybersecurity platforms are the ones that allow the processes not to have interruptions due to attacks or negligence of their employees. This approach, it's very important to protect the assets, that it's information, and preserve the integrity of its client's information. And here is Martin.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone, this is Martin. I will present two IT trends. The first one is AI and machine learning. Machine learning utilizes neural networks and data to imitate human thinking patterns. It could make predictive analysis to help executives to implement strategies. The benefit of its empirical application is that it could decrease costs significantly. For example, it could reduce labor costs by supplanting staff with automation program. The chart by McKinsey on the right illustrates that the decreased cost by implementing AI is increasing by years, showing the promising future of the AI application. It could also provide precise insights because AI has massive of pile data to support its results. Acknowledging the giant revenue AI can produce, a quarter of US companies report widespread adoption of AI, and another 54% are heading there fast, according to a PwC report. And next, I will talk about RPA. RPA uses software commonly known as robot to process redundant but also repetitive workloads. RPA usually requires basic programming skills to deal with daily routine tasks. By applying RPA, organizations can save labor costs, since RPA can substitute parts of the jobs operated by the staffs. Since RPA normally do not require deep learning and neural networks, its innovation fees are much more lower than AI's. The rudimentary program structure allows RPA to adapt most of the organizations, since it is easily edited to comply with specific tasks. According to Bain's report, the adoption of RPA is wider than that of AI, suggesting that RPA can be more widely used in different industries, while AI is designated for the top businesses. And then, welcome, Paula.
Thanks, Martin. Now I'm going to explain other two trends. The first one is 5G. 5G is the optimization of the speed of the internet, as well as the Internet of Things. What this will do to improve the speed of downloading or uploading files, video, etc., reflecting mainly on the speed response, time of everything that involved with the internet. The benefits that it have, the first one is the lower latency and faster response speeds. A clear example is 500 megabytes feel like 1 minute can be reduced to 20 seconds or less. So it will impact to processing the information in the cloud. So it will be two-way effect. So in the case you want to upload something to the cloud, will be reduce the average of the time. The second benefit is the higher frequency with a better bandwidth. This will make more excellent coverage with less saturation and the possibility of reducing the interference making the signal for more efficient and consistent. In Asia, Huawei is the pioneer, and in America, it's AT&T that try to implement this 5G in their countries. The next one is the metaverse. The metaverse is the complement of socialization and digital optimization created based on all technological development for the humanity present, seeking and synthesize the most significant number of technology and facilities for socialization and digital optimization for the humanity. The benefits that it has, the first one is the opportunity and optimization of any complex practical activity. In some professions require more realistic simulation of their development, such as pilot doctors, that it can be more efficient for practical than today. The second one is the greater possibility for personal development. In the metaverse, you will not longer have to go to an office to have a physical meeting. Maybe it can be like a video conferencing, but we know that's a little difficult to feel in the same environment to be in 2D conference. The third one is increased personal experience. Some people find difficult to move to certain places to live experience or expertises like cannot be in real life. That will be to able to experience a hyper-realistic way in the metaverse. For example, walking a thoroughfare, playing in video games, traveling virtual to other country, etc. And the last one is the fusion of multiple things. We have Instagram, Facebook, Zoom, YouTube, and other apps that can be one in the metaverse. Everything will be merged in a single digital universe, but dedicate whatever in the Facebook, virtual, and playing game with the reality and business of the meeting. Facebook is the pioneer of this and he wants to implement, but he is making a pilot. Now, Ram is going to explain the other two trends. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hello, Professor. So now I would like to talk about another trend, virtual reality or VR and augmented reality or AR. So these are one of the new technologies that we use them in different industries like medical or educational industries. So function of VR headset is that they destroy your view, giving the impression that you are somewhere else. So it blocks out your surrounding when you wear those glasses. So it takes you from reality. But AR adds something additional on top of what you are experiencing right now. So as I mentioned before, nowadays these trends are super popular in education and learning medical sector. So the displays make learning information more accessible. So by that we can improve surgical results and do them with more sensitivity. For example, X-Vision is one of the surgical guiding systems. So by using that, we can reduce the time of surgery and increase the number of patients, so it can add value to the company. Next trend that I would like to talk about is BIM, Building Information Modeling. As I have experience in the field of architecture, I know that is one of the most famous technologies in that industry. BIM technology uses in different industries like architecture, engineering, and construction. So it combines all the data to build a visual image from the infrastructure to all the details of building. For example, we can model every single layer of a wall or all the electricity wires. So this trend is so beneficial. By that, we can estimate cost, it's quick, and also we can arrange coordination between different sectors in a building and project. And when you have a 3D model of the building, you can find all the gaps before you face them in a construction site. Some of the research shows that based on people opinion, a profit revenue grew for 41% after using this technology in buildings. So here you go, Femi.
Yeah, I haven't talked about all these things ranging from the cloud computing, artificial intelligence, robotics. Next, we'll be discussing big data, which is the foundation of all these trends. What is big data? It's simply a large collection of data, either structured or unstructured data. And it gives us an insight into challenges or problems, and it helps you to forecast. Some people say data doesn't lie, which is definitely true. So we're going to be talking about some 8 V's that governs big data, but I'll talk about 3 very simple ones. Volume. Big data always has size, volume. It's measured in bytes. For big data, it starts from gigabytes and above. We have variety of data also. Then we also have velocity. Those are some things that classify data. Big data is used in so many industries, ranging from the government, from the construction industry, health sector, real estate, telecoms, and banking. For instance, in the health sector, it's used for discovery. It helps you to discover problems that people may have. Evaluation, you evaluate problems when you have issues where you have to use vaccine. Big data helps you out in making decisions also. Next, we'll be talking about the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things has just 2 concepts, basically, the interconnectivity and the transportation. So the Internet of Things, also known as IoT, can be explained as the connection between things and how it is moved. What are these things? These things could be items, they could be people, they could be animals, they could be machines. Now, for the transportation, what we use is the IP address or the transportation or the transmission signals. A very simple example is an automobile industry where a car is assembled with so many machines. This concept works with the Internet of Things. And we'll be concluding now with Paula.
Thank you, Femi. Now, the different analyses that train in the paper have been successfully adopted in many companies in the worldwide. The acceptance of this technology went from the beginning of wish of the organization to be committed to survive in decreasing competitive global markets. The innovation that needs to have the differential proposal and the customer's growing expectation for more sophisticated and agile service have been aggressive driven for the organization implementation of technology projects that could be computed in the trend that could be considered in the prescale for others and bring the most significant impacts and agile to organization. Without the public cloud service, artificial intelligence, 3D simulation, and workloads require ultra-high computer capacity that could not exist. This is our conclusion, and thank you so much. This is the group DTX.
Thank you. Merci. Gracias. Obrigado.
Thanks, guys.